Hello everybody. Today I, Mohammed Alfaim, and my teammate Surya Krishna will be presenting to you a project on Telugu optical character recognition. So what is optical character recognition? Well, basically OCR is the conversion of text in an input image to a machine understandable text such as Unicodes. The input image can be a printed document as well as a handwritten document. So where is it used? OCR for native languages is not only helpful for the native people but also for tourists who visit India regularly. It can also be used in the retrieval of information from manuscripts and antique books. In our, in our current project, we performed OCR for both printed documents as well as handwritten documents. So some details about a dataset. The dataset that we've used is from IIT Hyderabad, which they have used for the Telugu OCR project. It consists of 17,384 categories and 560 samples per class. In the main character there are 57 classes, and in the Vattugununtham character there are 543 classes according to the Telugu grammar. The input images are of sizes 32 x 32. In the training set there are 6,757,044 samples. In the validation set there are 972,309 samples, and finally in the test set there are 1,934,190 samples. For your reference, the paper that from which you got our project's information is titled The Optical Character Recognition for Telugu Database Algorithm and Application, which is produced by IIT Hyderabad's team. The model workflow. So first comes the image preprocessing. Well, what happens in the image preprocessing? First we remove the noise because the input images can be taken from a phone's camera or can be a printed document also. After that the skew correction takes place. From the resulted images we have segmented the lines, words and the characters using our segmentation algorithm. The segmented characters are then passed into the character model and the Vattugununtham model. The character model recognizes the main character in the input image, and the Vattugununtham model recognizes the Vattugununtham character in the input image. Finally, the output of the models are in the form of HTML codes, so they are printed in a HTML text file separately. Each character's output is printed one by one. Finally, the whole text will be printed in the HTML text file and it can be viewed as a web page. Image preprocessing and line segmentation. We have used a 5x5 kernel for blurring the image, which seems to be a good choice for most of the images that we've used. After that, skew correction is done using the Skykit library functions in Python. The determine skew function calculates the angle by which the image is tilted, and the rotate function corrects that. In the resulting image, the lines, words and the characters are segmented using only the row and column histogram methods. So the below two plots are of images having 9 and 2 lines respectively. You may see here that after each and every spike there is a minima. This minima represents the index where the first line stops and the second line begins. So in our algorithm we store these indices, and by that we have segmented the lines. The same goes for segmenting words in each line. In the first plot you can observe that there are minimas even at the top of the peaks. It is because of some noise in the image. So these minima shouldn't be stored, and in this plot, if you see here, there is a minima at the bottom of the peak. So if we store this index, what will happen is the whole line won't be covered and some ending Vattugununtham characters may be missed. So to cover that too, we have actually considered a radius of some particular length, which in our algorithm we've taken it to be the height of the line by 20 roughly. So the algorithm checks in that particular radius whether the detected minima is the global minima. So over here, since it's not the global minima, our algorithm won't store this index and it will move on to here. Inverse segmentation. Inverse segmentation, what we've done is first we performed Otsu's thresholding on the word. By doing that, we get both the Otsu's thresholded word and the threshold value which has been used on it. Now, since we have got the Otsu's threshold value, we have taken 75% of the threshold value to again threshold this input word. By doing that, we have increased the spacing between each character. So this seems to have worked fine for some of the images that we used. You can see here that even though there are some considerable spaces between this character and this character, well, over here you see here that the spacing is very less, and if we take a column histogram on this word image, like there won't be a minima over here. There will be some amount of content over here, and we won't be able to split it. So by taking 75% of Otsu's thresholding, we have a considerable amount of space between each character, and by that we also get the minimum values, which has to be 0. So by this we can separate out each character. Well, in this case over here, by doing Otsu's threshold value, we were able to segment only the first character, and since even by doing Otsu's threshold value, the Vartogunitam over here didn't fully increase the spacing between this and this, and so in the resultant plot we didn't get a minima over here. So over here our word segmentation algorithm fails. So from now onwards, Surya Krishna will continue the rest of the presentation.
Let's get into the recognition part of our model. The recognition part of our model consists of two models, main character model and Vartogunitam model. So the input to both of these models is same, because each character consists of both main character and Vartogunitam, as exception for some of the characters. It may be present, it may not be present. Even if Vartogunitam is absent, that's also considered to be as a one class in these 543 classes. These two models are constructed using 3 convolutional layers and 3 pooling layers and 2 fully connected layers. These two models are pretty much similar, except in the last 2 layers, where the layers is more in case of Vartogunitam model. We used relative activation function in after every convolutional layer and softmax in last layer. We used Adam optimizer. We used cross categorical cross entropy as a loss function. We applied batch normalization after every convolutional layer and every fully connected layer. And here dropout is intentionally avoided due to the decrease in accuracy when dropout is applied between this fully connected layer. And the batch size of 128 is fed into the model, and the framework which we have implemented all this is Keras. We trained the models till there is no increase in validation accuracy. We kept it as a callback such that if there is no significant increase in validation accuracy between 2 epochs, it will automatically quit from the training process. So by doing that, we got 5th and 6th epoch as the converging point of both of main character and Vartogunitam model respectively. We trained all this in Google Colab by enabling GPU runtime. So both of the models took approximately 15 minutes, and the second Vartogunitam model took just a little bit more time due to recognition of more classes. And after training the model, we saved it into a .hy/py file. So by using this file, we access the weights of the trained model in very remotely. So after getting from these weights, we recognized the unseen image, and for particular unseen image or for particular character, the recognition or the two models gave a class as label, and this class label is interpolated with Unicodes, and those Unicode versus class label interpolation is found from the GitHub repo where dataset is downloaded, and we use those Unicodes for displaying the HTML page. Here I'll show a little implementation of our code. Here is the place where we'll implement, we'll give the image as a input, and after running it will give a check whether to display the image or not, display the web page or not. Here you can see this is the input image and this is the output which we have got. And let's come into the our results. So these are the accuracies which we have got for our implementation. We got 98.93 accuracy for our main character and 96.33 for Vattugunitham model, which was pretty similar for as mentioned in the paper as 98.74 and 96.09. Here is a perfectly well segmented and well recognized result from our method. Here you can see there's a light rotation of image towards left. Although this light rotation it detected and recognized correctly. Here you can see these two are the failed cases. This particular case is not very much failure, because you can see the recognition part is done fabulous job, by except except a few words everything is correctly recognized, but the failed one is line segmentation. Here you can see these two are recognized as these three words. So the failed aspect in this particular image is line segmentation. But when coming to handwritten, the line segmentation and word segmentation failed, like performed very poorly. So that's why we got a very wrong results. So this is the one of the limitation of our method. And the recording this word segmentation and character segmentation with row and column histogram is not applicable for varied range of images, and for handwritten we can't just do by this. We also tried using contours in the character segmentation, which also fails when the characters are very too closely spaced or very congested. And we also have seen adaptive thresholding, which seems to work, but the kernel size is to be learned for different images, so which is also difficult. So one more pitfall in our model is the recognition model is only trained for Telugu characters. Suppose if in a document there is some other characters like punctuation or numbers, then it will give very wrong results. So on summarizing all our project, so what we can say is our proposed method recognizes document correctly if the noise is very less and the characters are well separated. Just a properly printed document, our method is very successful. And the implemented CNN model is state of the art model for Telugu character recognition, because as we can see it performs very well on the IIT Hyderabad dataset, which consists of around 1 crore images. So summarizing all this, so our method is very good for printed documents, well printed documents, but fails for handwritten documents. So thank you for watching.